Step into a realm awash in gold and shrouded in mystery, a land where gods walk amongst mortals, and pharaohs rule as divine incarnates. Imagine walking barefoot on the cool marble floors of a palace so extravagant that its opulence seems woven from the very threads of fantasy. Smell the intoxicating aroma of exotic spices and fragrant oils filling the air at grand feasts, and feel the electric atmosphere of festivals that turn the night into day. Nestled along the life-giving Nile River in the cradle of northeastern Africa, ancient Egypt was a civilization of unparalleled grandeur and innovation. Over the course of several millennia, a tapestry of legendary pharaohs, from the wisdom-infused rule of Amenhotep to the infamous reign of Cleopatra, left indelible marks on history. These were rulers who understood the mechanics of power and spectacle, wielding both to achieve seemingly impossible feats like the construction of the pyramids, advances in medicine, and groundbreaking strides in the arts and sciences. But what was the cost of such opulence? How did an entire civilization support the whims and fancies of a singular, godlike ruler? Were these pharaohs visionaries who elevated their people, or were they self-indulgent monarchs intoxicated by their own divinity? Join us as we peel back the layers of time and extravagance to reveal the lavish lifestyles of the Egyptian pharaohs. Welcome to Pastflix. The extravagance of Cleopatra, an ancient fortune. If you're seeking tales of opulence from ancient Egypt, the legendary Cleopatra takes center stage. Arguably the most famous figure of the era, she remains the 7th richest woman in history. As the ruler from 51 to 30 BCE, Cleopatra presided over thriving national industries such as papyrus, unguents, and wheat, earning her an estimated annual income of around 15,000 Egyptian gold staters. In today's currency, Cleopatra's net worth has been valued as high as a staggering $95.8 billion. However, despite her immense wealth, Cleopatra was known for relying on substantial loans and financial support from foreign rulers. Opulence for rent indeed. Even by today's standards, Cleopatra's riches rival those of modern-day Instagram models. King Tut's tomb, a treasure trove of extravagance. Another legendary account of Egyptian extravagance comes from the famed tomb of King Tutankhamun, commonly known as King Tut. The allure of Tutankhamun's opulence is enhanced by the fact that his tomb was discovered relatively recently. In 1922, Egyptology experienced a thrilling boom when Howard Carter and his team unearthed the tomb in the Valley of Kings. Remarkably, the tomb had remained untouched by thieves for centuries, setting it apart from most Egyptian graves. Carter described the tomb's entrance with iconic words: strange animals, statues, and gold. Everywhere, the glint of gold. His description was no exaggeration, as over 5,000 burial goods adorned the final resting place of the revered pharaoh. This archaeological discovery received unprecedented media attention, becoming a symbol of untouched pharaonic extravagance. Ramses II's extravagant marriages and remarkable offspring. In the world of ancient Egyptian rulers, opulence extended beyond gold and labyrinthine tombs to include lavish marriages and numerous offspring. Pharaoh Ramses II, known as Ramses the Great, indulged in marriage as a display of his grand lifestyle, tying the knot not once, not twice, but a staggering 8 times. Among his wives, the most famous was Nefertari, while the details about the others remain relatively obscure. Their names were Isnofret bint Anath, Eritamun, Nebatawe, Henut-Maer, Mathomi-Ferura, and his final queen, whose name remains unknown to this day. Astoundingly, it is believed that Ramses II fathered over 100 children through these marriages. With so many wives and children, one might wonder how Ramses II found time to govern Egypt, let alone carry out his other duties. His remarkable ability to balance his royal obligations with his personal life is truly a testament to the complexity of his reign. Sesostris and his unusual commemorations. For those taken aback by the space race between Bezos and Musk, it may come as a surprise that the pharaohs of ancient Egypt had already embarked on such adventures. Allow me to introduce you to ancient Egypt's premier builder of what some might consider giant, pointless structures, Sesostris. Sesostris, a celebrated and adept military leader in ancient Egypt, achieved significant victories across Europe. However, his method of commemorating these triumphs might be perceived as rather curious. Following a successful battle, Sesostris left behind giant pillars engraved with images of, well, genitalia. Astonishingly, this was his way of either boasting or taunting his adversaries. If his troops had faced strong opposition, the pillar would bear an engraving of a phallus. On the other hand, if his forces had easily defeated a weaker enemy, the pillar would feature an engraving of a vagina. History never fails to surprise us with its array of peculiar and fascinating stories. And the frat boy-like behavior of some ancient pharaohs is a testament to the diversity of human experience throughout the ages. Stay tuned for more intriguing tales from the annals of history. The lavish Min festival and extravagance of pharaohs. In the realm of ancient Egyptian royalty, opulent celebrations and festivals were a common sight. Among the most lavish of these was the Min festival, dedicated to the god of fertility, Min, dating back to around 6000 BCE. Depicted as a man with an erection and holding a flail, Min symbolized fertility and abundance. The festival was aimed to honor the pharaoh and invoke blessings from the fertility god. The Min festival occurred during the final summer month and featured lively ceremonies with dancers and priests gathered before a statue of Min, accompanied by the pharaoh, his family, and the royal court. The pharaoh would offer gifts and burn incense as a show of reverence to Min. At the culmination of the festivities, the pharaoh received a symbol of fertility, usually a cereal bundle. Interestingly, the Min festival was popular during the reign of Ramses II, who famously had 8 wives and was believed to have fathered over 100 children. One might say the celebration was a bit of overkill, considering the pharaoh's already prosperous family life. Menkaura's lavish reign and meticulously constructed pyramid. Another pharaoh who exuded lavishness was Menkaura, who ruled during Egypt's Old Kingdom around 2532 BCE. His opulence is still evident today in the form of a pyramid located on the renowned Giza Plateau alongside other famous pyramids and the Great Sphinx. Herodotus, an ancient historian, described Menkaura as a just and benevolent pharaoh during his estimated 20-year reign. The precision construction of Menkaura's pyramid showcases advanced engineering skills, with perfectly joined several-ton blocks that remain nearly invisible to this day. Such meticulous craftsmanship indicates a significant and premier construction effort, highlighting the upturn of ancient Egypt during Menkaura's reign. Akhenaten, a radical pharaoh who changed religion and marriage norms. Akhenaten, also known as Amenhotep IV, was an extravagant and unconventional leader who made a significant impact during his reign as pharaoh from 1353 BCE. One of the most extraordinary moves in history was Akhenaten's decision to transform the Egyptian religion entirely. In a radical shift, he replaced the polytheistic worship of many gods with the sole worship of Aten, the sun god. This dramatic religious transformation earned Akhenaten various names, including heretic, mad, and possibly insane, due to his unprecedented actions. However, his influence didn't stop there. Akhenaten and his wife Nefertiti broke societal norms by purposefully depicting themselves as androgynous and indistinguishable in reliefs. This artistic representation of the royal couple emphasized their union and transcended traditional gender roles. In addition to the religious and marital changes, Akhenaten even moved the capital of Egypt in devotion to the sun god Aten. His reign showcased an unparalleled level of monomania and excess, leading some to refer to him as the greatest idealist of the world. This is Pastflix, and we'll see you next time.